everybody. It's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm so glad you guys could join me today for another Tuesday tip. Hey, during the month of May 2021, I have been focusing on stamping techniques. We're going to finish up the series today with a technique called mirror imaging. Have you ever had a stamp and said, oh, if I could just mirror image that, if I could make those two animals look at each other, if I could just have that looking in a different direction? Well, you know what? It's a very simple technique and it's really a lot of fun too. Hopefully you have all the supplies already in your stamping space so that you can create this fabulous little mirror image. Very excited to teach this one to you. So I say we get started. So let's talk about that mirror image. So I have a card here. This is actually the anniversary card I made for my husband last week. We celebrated 30 years of marriage. He stuck with me for a long time. I'm using the stamp set Way to Goat. I thought that goat was it just kind of sums us up, really. But do you notice how the eyes are looking at each other? I wanted those eyes to look at each other. If I had just stamped this, well, they'd both be looking off to the left, and I didn't want that. So I wanted them to be able to be looking at each other all lovey-dovey. Now, one thing I have learned when it comes to doing mirror images, my personal experience has been it really works best when you're using an outline image versus a solid image stamp. When it came to this technique and a solid image stamp, I just didn't have the best outcome. It just didn't come out the way I wanted. So I'm recommending anyway that you try it with a outline image first. Give it a shot with a solid. Maybe you're going to have better luck than I did, but outline is the way to go. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to center up our images, right? We want to make sure they're right where they need to be. So I'm going to take my grid paper, and I have a piece of very vanilla cardstock. This is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And I hope that you can see, I'm just going to kind of center it up here on my grid paper. I want to be able to see, I want my center line, and it's that line right there. And that's going to help me to know I need an image right to the right of that line, and my mirror image will be to the left. Now, which one do you mirror image? Well, in this situation, I've got some eyeballs, and this goat is looking off to the left, so I want to make sure he's off to the right. And then my mirror image, again, which will be mirrored, but it'll be on this side, and that way I'm sure it's going to be centered up in my cardstock. So let's go ahead and do a quick stamp here. And I'm going to use Sahara Sand as my base color. So I'm going to ink that up. There is my line. We'll stamp our goat right there. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side because now it's time to do the mirror image part. And to do the mirror image, we need a Stamparatus and we need a silicone craft mat. These are the things that are going to make the magic happen. So, oh, you'll also want your mat that comes in your Stamparatus. We're going to use that too. So make sure that's kind of handy. Now, before you get too far, we want to make sure that our silicone mat is very, very clean. Remember, we may have been using this with adhesive or glue. And so we need to make sure that that surface is very clean. We don't want any dust or lint because it could interfere with our final mirrored image. So I'm just giving that a feel. It's good. It's lint free. So I'm happy. By the way, that was just the back side of my chamois there that I used to clean it. I'm going to remove that goat from the clear block. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to plop that goat right there in the middle. And I'm going to bring my Stamparatus hinge over. So now it's all hinged up. Let me slide this down and I'm going to ink up my goat and I'm going to come and I'm going to stamp it onto that silicone mat. Now you can see we've got that image right there, but we're going to do this again. The one thing with this technique is we need to make sure we have a good amount of ink coverage so that we can transfer this ink onto our other piece of cardstock. I'm going to do, third time's a charm, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do this 3 times just to ensure I've got it correct. And now I can remove my silicone mat. The black mat that we have, we're going to put that underneath us. That's going to give us a little bit of cush. And now I'm going to take, there's the inky side. I'm going to flip it over. And now I'm actually going to hold this in the air. But do you see when I lay it down, I can see where my other goat is and make sure I've got that right where I want it. I'm good with that. Now I'm going to bring it down. Remember that clear block I used a second ago? I'm going to use that to give my image a stamp, and don't move it just yet. I'm going to hold it in place, but let me look. Yep, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? So yeah, and if there's a spot that you missed, you still have that ability to come in and give it another press. And now when we move it, look at that. You would have no idea it didn't just stamp that. And now you see why I said those outline images do so much better. What I found is that many times a solid image stamp, the ink is going to kind of puddle a little bit more on the silicone mat. But like I said, I hope you guys, if you do try it, you might have better luck than I did. So look at my little sweet goats loving on each other, staring at each other. I can now take my chamois and I can clean my silicone mat. It's good to go now, whether I'm using adhesive or doing another mirror image. And that is what's involved in working with a mirror image. It's just that simple. Now, you could repeat this if you had something smaller. You could do 2 or 3 different images, whatever works for you. Hey, do you want to learn how to make the card? If so, stick around and I will create the card for you. It really was just a fun one. And like I said, sometimes you need a little bit quirkier card, and I thought these goats were perfect for that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the card for you. So I'm going to come in with some Sahara sand. And in this stamp set, we have just a little footing here. So let's stamp this underneath our goats. There we go. And now we're going to do some coloring with our Stampin' Blends. Colors, colors. I am going to use my Smoky Slate Light and Dark. I have the Soft Suede Light. I have the Crumb Cake Light, and then the Flirty Flamingo Light. So let's go ahead. I'm going to color her first. And I'm going to begin with that light soft suede. Now, what I'm going to do is just kind of scribble on some color anywhere where Stampin' Up! Designers have already given me a nice little kind of accenty images. And you can come, if you want, you can kind of trace, but I'm just going to leave it about like that. I think that's pretty good. Now I can come in with that light crumb cake, and we're going to blend these together. So to blend, we're just going to take and go right over that light soft suede. The rubbing alcohol, I'm sorry, just the alcohol. I don't know if it's necessarily rubbing alcohol, but the alcohol in these blends will start to blend those 2 colors together, and it's going to give me some really great detail. So let's just blend these together. And you know what? I think I'll make the ears the soft suede. We'll go a little bit darker on those. All right. Now we're going to take the that light crumb cake, and we'll get the hooves and the horns. Okay. Now, this is a female, right? So I'm going to give her some eyelashes, and I'm going to do that back here with that thin tip of the soft suede. And let's just, oh, that's a little bit thick. I should have tried to hold my pen up a little bit more. There we go. So just, yep, hold it straight up and down. Sorry about my little goober there. I'm going to repeat that same little kind of scribble process that I just did. And I'm going to do that with my smoky slate. I love this about blends. You just kind of scribble some color on and you're good to go. So there's my dark. Now I can come in with the light and blend those 2 colors together. If you have not tried these Stampin' Blends, I'm telling you, they have rocked my world, because I was never a fan of coloring because I always got kind of those harsh lines. And with the Stampin' Blends, you don't. They just, look at that. They give you all this great dimension and texture. Fabulous. All right, we're going to come back in. Let's color the hooves and the horns. No eyelashes for the boy goat. Now that flirty flamingo, we're going to make her just a little more feminine. And let's just give her some little rosy cheeks. There we go. Now we have a great little girl goat. And I'm just going to bring in my finished card so that you can see. Oh, it looks like I used a different color there. Yeah, I sure did. Well, it still works. So this background was a very easy thing to do. And we're going to use Sahara Sand because we just used it a second ago. And you remember, my sentiment came from Tasteful Touches. So look at this. I thought this little image worked great. And this is going to be very simple. Just some simple background stamping. And we're just going to go around the edges. That's all we're going to do. Very simple, because my focal image is going to be right in the middle. So I have a piece of soft suede cardstock that is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And you can see we can just adhere those together. It gives me a nice, real thin mat that's going to go here. I'm going to actually just bring in my original so that you can see. I just added some linen thread here on the side, and then I added it with Stampin' Dimensionals to give it a little extra polish. Now I can't show you the inside because I wrote all kinds of sweet nothings to my husband, so you can't see that. But yeah, it was a very simple card. The mirror technique, there are just times it is exactly what you need. It's not a technique you're going to use every day, but boy, when you need it, you sure do need it. And all you need is your Stamparatus and a silicone mat. That is what it takes to create some fabulous mirror images. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you liked today's card, would you give me a thumbs up on YouTube? I always appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, it's a great day to be a subscriber. Just click the great big red subscribe button. It's that easy. We share twice a week here on my channel, and I'd love to have you join us. Thank you again for being here and a part of my May 2021 Masterclass on Stampin' Techniques. I look forward to sharing a new masterclass with you in June. See you then. Bye-bye.